First of all, let's open a new simulation, right? So this is the new simulation just pop up. Let's close the previous simulation. Let me close this one. Alright, so this is a brand new simulation. Let's go to geometry, right click on 3D CAD model. In this computational domain, I would like to select side view. So if you use a keyboard and type S, it will enable you to view this 3D space in side view. Let's select the XZ plane and right click and create a sketch. I'd like to create a sketch on XZ plane. Alright, so use a rectangle tool, create a rectangle shape. Alright, and select the right corner point and enter the dimension. The dimension I set will be 1 meter, 1 meter. Alright, zoom out a little bit. We can see this is our computational domain. Select the left edges because I would like to create more than one boundaries. So let me delete this one and create a new line. So use the line tool, sketch the first and second section. So pretty much the left side domain is split into two different sections. Alright, click OK and right click on the sketch, create extrude. By default the extrude distance is 10 centimeter or 0.1 meter. That's good for our case, so just keep OK. Alright, so this is our computational domain. Before we finish this, we need to define the boundary names. Okay, so right click on this small face here and rename it to water inlet, and then the top wall will be air outlet. The rest 3 boundary, let's name it wall. So they are simply just wall to fluid, and then the largest 2 side face, we like to name it symmetry. Alright, so that's our computational domain. Quite straightforward. Once the CAD model is ready, then we could select close 3D CAD. In this 3D CAD, we have a new body with the boundaries we set up. So right click on the 3D CAD model and select new geometry parts. It will assign to geometry parts for next step of preparation work. We could use this scene button and see the geometry of our domain. Again, use keyboard S key to view it in side view. We could use transparent function here, so you could see transparent of this fluid domain. So there's a air outlet. Just make sure if everything is set up correctly. So symmetry plane, pretty much the side, both sides. Wall will be 3 different edges, and also water inlets at the left top corner. Alright, so that's our setup of geometry. That seems good, so let's keep going. Right click on the body one and assign parts to region, which means we are ready for meshing for this computational domain. Create a boundary for each part surface is the option we require to select in assign part to region option. Apply and then close. Then there will be a new region assigned. So once part is assigned to region, this means the mesh could be built on in the regions here. Alright, let's right click on Continua, set up a new mesh measure rule, double click on the models. What we would like to demonstrate is the trimmer mesh, which is the most straightforward one. You could try different mesh if you like, but let's try trimmer mesh for today. Close. Go to reference value. In the base size here, the size of the mesh, which is the spaced resolution, I would like to set it to 1 centimeter. So type 1 centimeter, and also make sure the maximum cell size is 100% of 1 centimeter, so we don't have the unevenly distributed mesh in our computational domain. Okay, so I think that's all about the mesh setup. We could go back to region and check if the mesh rule number 1 is assigned. That's assigned, so that's good, which means we are good to go. So click this button here for meshing tool. So it will start to mesh based on the mesh option we have here. Alright, so the mesh is done right now. Let's click the scenery and select mesh view. We'll see this is the mesh we just created. So everything seems really good. The mesh is really rectangular in shape, so which means this mesh is really good in quality. Let's go back to region, because before meshing I didn't assign a correct boundary condition setup for each boundary, so let me do this. So at the air outlet, by default every boundary will be wall, so let's reselect the boundary to pressure outlet. Symmetry is symmetry, select symmetry, wall is wall, so that's good. Water inlet will be velocity inlet. Alright, so that's our boundaries condition setup. Let's go to next video for physics setup.